Ladies and gentlemen, degenerates and delusionals, woke judges and weirdos of elite marks, lend me your ears. Though, based on your promo skills, you probably don't use them much. You are looking at the Defiance World Champion. Not just a champion, not just a finalist, not just a winner, but the greatest speaker, the greatest performer, and let's be honest, the greatest mind in this entire godforsaken company. Franklin Benjamin didn't need a handout. Franklin Benjamin didn't need a ghostwriter. Franklin Benjamin opened his mouth and the heavens parted and this belt landed right on his beautiful presidential shoulder. That's a fact. But at Elite Mania, against the Scottish Warrior, Franklin Benjamin got robbed. Straight up rigged. You know it. Everybody knows it. People are talking. I had millions saying I won. And the judges? Soft little cupcake-eating keyboard Karens. Couldn't handle a little heat. Wanted me to play nice, be less mean. Well, guess what, bitch? I don't do nice. I do ratings. I do dominance. I do whatever the hell I want because I'm Franklin Benjamin, the Black Republican. The last real one left standing, and I don't apologize to anybody. This isn't a sandbox promo party where we all hug it out later. This is war. This is blood. And I got the receipts. Ask around. Franklin Benjamin talks shit and then backs it up. Ask the Purge. Ask Backshot. Ask anyone that's ever stepped into the lion's den and got chewed up. You wanna know what's wrong with this place? You let a crackhead, crust bucket necker like shitty Sean McCrackhead sneak his little malnutrition, gum-sucking, lunchroom tray-carrying ass into the King of the Squared Circle finals. While Gene Emerson had to drop out because Canadian internet runs on igloos and moose piss. And now we're supposed to take this seriously? Shitty Sean in the finals? I've had more intimidating Uber drivers. I just beat this guy twice in Defiance. And he's still coming back for me? He's like a redneck cockroach. Vagabond, he's a GOP guy. That's family. Friendly fire, he gets it. He can take a punch and swing one back. But Sean? I'm not just gonna beat you. I'm gonna curb stomp your feelings, grab you by the neck, peel you off the concrete, wrap you up in a Confederate flag and send you back to the trailer park meth lab that you crawled out of with hurt feelings and a 6-pack of Busch Light to wash down the pain. And when the smoke clears, when the bell rings, when the scorecards get flipped by another panel of emotionally unstable nobodies, it won't matter. Because I will be crowned King Franklin. King of the Squared Circle. King of Elite Marks. And I won't be standing there holding just a trophy. No. I'll be holding the crown, the golden briefcase, and the keys to the damn kingdom. Because with that case, I march my presidential ass straight into Nemesis, and I cash in on the man who's held that title since Elite Mania. The delusional sycophant that thinks he's gonna put hands on me. The Scottish scumsucker, Vin Vine. Now I know what y'all gonna say, but Franklin, Vin Vine's a killer, a warrior, a legend, a real one. He's respected. Yeah, I've read the bedtime stories. I've seen the sermons. He's the great Scottish Iron Man, the backbone of Nemesis, the one guy you're not supposed to fuck with. I don't give a damn. Respect? Respect is earned when I say it is. And this man's been coasting on respect like it's an old war medal. And y'all are too afraid to say the shine's worn off. He's had a death grip on that division for what? 4 months? Great. And I'm gonna pry those crusty fingers off the title with a crowbar made of pure charisma and killer instinct. Vin, you're the bar? Cool. I'm the ceiling. Vin Vine's just what happens when you take Mel Gibson's accent and Conor McGregor's attitude and toss it into a whiskey barrel to rot. You're not leading a rebellion, Vin. You're leading a pub trivia team straight into a red, white, and blue ass whipping. You want to talk about what you're going to do to me when you get your hands on me in your imaginary 20 by 20? Well, I was trained by Chris Jericho. That's the man of 1,001 holds. And I took notes, then wrote 1,002. And you're not going to get to use a single one of yours. Because I'm going to pick you apart with a microphone before you ever get to the imaginary ring. I'm going to embarrass you. I'm going to strip your mystique, peel back that respect, and reveal the red-faced, sweaty-ass, angry Scotsman underneath. Just another guy with a belt that belongs to me. That's not a prediction. That's math. The numbers don't lie. Franklin wins. So, here's what happens next. I beat Sean's crackhead ass. I shake Vagabond's hand, and they crown me king. I hold the briefcase in one hand, this Defiance World title in the other, and I march into Nemesis like MacArthur returning to the Pacific, and I cut the reign of Vin Vine from the inside out, tar his head, and leave it at the gates as a warning like William Wallace on the London Bridge. That's not a dream. That's a spoiler. You will kneel, Vin. You will bend the knee to the man who owns the future. The man who never needed a mask or a crutch. The man who walked in with a mic, a mouth, and the balls to say what none of you cowards will. This is the rise of the most tremendous, most powerful, most well-spoken, best-dressed, and most feared man in Elite Marks history. And I say this with total confidence. Total confidence, folks. When I say that Franklin Benjamin is going to walk into the finals, piss all over the woke-ass judging table, stomp a mud hole in a meth baby named Shitty Sean, shake Vagabond's hand on the way out, and then declare absolute sovereignty over Elite Nemesis. I will be king. I will be champion. I mean, I'm already champion. And when it's all said and done, you will call me King Franklin Benjamin, your new Nemesis champion. And if you don't like it, put on a kilt, meet Shady Outback for a hit, and cry harder. Because it's not about a rebellion. It's not about the trailer park crackheads. What it is it's defiantly defiant. And it's all about the Benjamins. And in the gods we trust. I'm Franklin Benjamin, and I approve this message.
Well, Hector, I did all I could do. I tried to talk some sense into you. I tried to explain to you why JP would be a good idea to be our manager. And you steady want to disagree because of the history y'all have. I'm tired of the bullshit with you, Hector. You think you were the only person that can run this team. Nah, see, it's both of us. We are both the Nemesis Tag Team Champ, not just you. So, here's what we're going to do. Me versus you. If I win, JP becomes our manager. If you win, JP does not become our manager. I drop the subject. We go about our business. So, what do you say? Are you going to accept or are you going to run away like a little bitch? I hope to hear from you soon. Tag partner.
Been thing called a lie. I try to sleep, but the world's on fire. I had enough, it's time to testify. I got the right amount of bullets, I'm ready to ride. I got the right amount of bullets, ready to fly. I got a trigger, gonna pull it, get ready to die.
We're still doing this, Gambit? Are we still on this subject? Because I thought we were on the same page about this, but clearly you and I have different opinions about what needs to happen next. We're doing exactly what everyone else wants us to do, Gambit. We're doing exactly what JP wants us to fucking do. We are turning against one another. We are going after each other when we should be working together. When we should be on the same page. No. They want to see us crumble. They want to see us fall from our pedestal. They want to see us lose these tag team champions that we've worked our asses off for 2+ years. And now that we're finally getting some recognition, that we're finally getting some notoriety around here, you want to throw that all away for a piece of shit like JP? You know what, Gambit? maybe you got a point. Maybe I am a little bit stubborn at times. Maybe at times I get my emotions get the better of me. Say things that that I don't mean. Say things that I end up impacting both of us. You know what, Gambit? If this is what it's going to take to get us back on the same page, I say fuck it. Let's do it. You and I, one-on-one. Once this is through, we're done with this. No more questioning. No more having this tension, this hostility between us. Because after this match between you and I, either you and I will be doing what we do best, kicking ass, taking names without JP, or we see where this road leads us and see what JP can do for us.
All right, real quick. I don't want to leave Johnny Canada hanging. Yes, I accept your challenge. SummerBash? I like that idea. Also, for those of you who want to know, I finally got my belt. Thanks, management. I'll come on later so I can show you all. Thanks.
I don't think you understand. I'm obsessed.
Hector, Florez. Here's what needs to happen next. You need to understand something here. That I am not trying to turn y'all against each other. What I am trying to do is I am trying to help you and Hector become better. That way that there's no more forgetting about your partner when it comes to promos. Because it was you, Hector Florez, who left Gambit out of the promo that y'all did at Slam Fest. You guys should be on the same page. And I want to help you do that, Hector. I want to help you and Gambit get on the same page. I want to help you guys go to new heights. Because remember this, Hector. I'm the owner of this company. I have the highest power in this place. So with that being said, Hector, people may want to see you fall. They may want to see y'all crumble. They even may want to see y'all lose the Nemesis Tag Team Championships. But I am here to tell you this, Hector. That's not going to happen on my watch. Because as owner JP, as your manager, you will have nothing, and I mean nothing, to worry about. So you can keep your stubbornness and your emotions in control. Because all JP is trying to do is make sure y'all are on the same page. To make sure that everything going forward is for you guys to be on the same page. That's all this is about. It's about you guys being on the same page and you guys going to new heights. You haven't even had a title defense yet with those Nemesis Tag Team Championships. Need I remind you what happened to the TV Tag Team titles in your first defense? You guys lost. But that's okay. Because coming up, you guys are going to be in another match for those titles. And I'm here to tell you, with owner JP by your side, I will make sure you guys come out on top. Set all the differences aside, Hector, between me and you. This is not about me and you and what we think about each other. This is to make sure that the DOA is on the same page is going in the same direction. And for you guys to succeed. And that goes for Blake English and Slick Rick too. Even though I'm a little hesitant about Slick Rick, as he kind of is in Blaze Inc. still. I don't know how that's going on. I don't even know where Brody Blaze is. But all I do know, Hector Florez, is I'm here to help you. I'm here to manage a team that needs to be managed by someone who has more control in this company than anybody else. So Hector, keep that in your head. Remember, who wants to be your manager? Because it's the owner, JP. And I'm here to do what's best for business.
Born a thief, been called a liar. I try to sleep, but the world's on fire. I had enough, it's time to testify. I got the right amount of bullets, I'm ready to ride. I got the right amount of bullets, ready to fly. I got a trigger, gonna pull it, get ready to die.
Congratulations, JP. Are you happy? Are you really content with what you've done? You come out here and you talk about wanting to help DOA stay on the same page, talking about how you want to make us stronger, more of a unit, keep us on top here in Elite. You might have gotten into Gambit's head. You might have gotten into Slick Rick's head, and hell, even Blake's head. But you're not going to fool me, JP. I'm not buying a single word you're saying. I don't trust you, JP. And let me tell you why I don't trust you. You have a history of this, JP, of wanting to help certain individuals, certain groups, certain people become better, wanting to work with certain people, and then it blowing up in their face, and you sitting high on your throne with the world in your hands. People such as Johnny Canada, guy who used to roll with you, who used to believe in you, and then lost faith in you. He'd rather be a singles star over believing in you again. You got a guy like Trey Davis, a guy who built this fucking company, who is on the cornerstone, a foundation of Elite. A guy that you ran out of this company. And of course, you got your prize pupil, the next face of Elite. The future, the so-called future of Elite. The golden boy, Max Gold. The guy who you used up until you couldn't use him anymore, and you let him walk out of the fucking company, and you couldn't give a shit whether he stayed or left. I'm not going to allow you to do that to me and the rest of DOA. We're not some puppets and you can use until you get tired of us, or until we're no use to you, JP, and you throw us out like yesterday's news, like you've done so many. JP, you really must be fucking delusional want to come out here and talk about the TV tag team rematch that DOA was supposed to have. It was supposed to be me and Gambit, but you must have been hit so hard in the fucking head you can't remember that you took me out of that match. You put your greedy, selfish ass in it over me. But yet, you want me to believe that you want to help me, that you want to help DOA. Not for one goddamn second do I believe that you are looking to benefit DOA. Where I see it, you're out to benefit one person and one person only. And that is your fucking self. And until you prove to me and the rest of DOA that you're not the selfish piece of shit that I think you are, we have no business with you.
Easiest 1, 2, 3.
Just let your soul glow. Just let it shine through. Just let your soul glow, baby. Feeling oh so silky smooth. Just let it shine through. Just let your soul.
Vane, there is something that I want you to write down and think about. There's something I want you to digest within your mind, and I want you to sit on it for a little bit. Let it simmer, let it cook through as you process what I'm about to tell you. If you were going up against Vin Vine, you might have a chance. Vin Vine was near on undefeated. It took A-List Alverson to take him to the limit and finally put him in his place just once. Vin Vine was the man that beat Rob Roman, Corey Heck, the Iron Bison several times. Vin Vine was a man that was respectable in the ring, someone that looked after the professional wrestling world, cared about the people he stood in the ring with, despite the fact the Unfiltered still lived within Vin Vine. Grant Miller, on the other hand, Grant Miller couldn't give a flying fuck whether he hurts you and leaves you paralyzed in the middle of that ring. Grant Miller couldn't give a flying fuck if you never see or hear your family again because you got burst eardrums or your eyes have been popped out of their fucking place. Grant Miller doesn't give a flying fuck if you ever wrestle again, ever get to feel your family again. The person that the Ghost is, the greatest of all fucking time, is much more dangerous than Vin Vine ever was. The true Unfiltered lives within who I am. So Vane, trauma is something that you've mentioned that I want you to think about. Because I am hell-bent, I am driven, I am in warrant of you right now, and I want you to be violated inside of my squared circle. When we stand inside that ring, I like to call it a holy grail because it is the holy resting ground of everyone that stands in front of the Unfiltered. The Unfiltered is much deeper and darker than you could ever comprehend. But when we get on that holy grail, and I start to paint the very canvas that we're on, the thing that held so sacred to us, I start painting it like a Van Gogh, like a Da Vinci, like a Raphael for the world to see. But the thing is, the paintbrushes is your body, and the blood you have in your body is the paint. And as I start to paint it for the world, and they start wincing as they see the horrors and the violation that I start on you, Vane, that will only be the true path that you take to trauma. So get it in your head that you're not fighting Vin Vine. You are fighting the Unfiltered Grant fucking Miller, the GOAT, the greatest of all fucking time, the never beatable. You're reigning, defending, undisputed Nemesis champion. And there is no reputation of my own that I'm willing to disintegrate within front of the very people of Elite by joining forces with Damas and the Scottish Warrior and Haywood. They can go and fuck themselves, because if they get in my way, I will unfilteredly show them exactly who Grant Miller is as well. Nemesis champion, the most feared wrestler in professional wrestling, the most dangerous competitor of all time. Grant Miller has got his eyes locked on you, Vane, and they ain't going anywhere.
Whoo! Boy, Grant, you sure are angry. Why are you angry? You can't be that frustrated over, Vane. What could I possibly just... What about me eats you alive? Sir, calm down. God. Man, this is sure gonna be a great match. It's funny that you call it the Holy Grail, because I literally look at what we do as my personal canvas. Not one of watercolors and acrylics and, as you so eloquent, but your Van Goghs and Donatellos and Michelangelos and Raphaels and Shredder and Casey Jones and April O'Neil's. I get it. You're an artist. And much like great artists, they come and they go. They lose their hearing, they lose their eyesight, they lose focus on what's important in this life because they become so consumed with their art. It literally takes away their life. Mr. Miller, you going one-on-one with me is playing with your career, is playing with your life. Now, I get what you do between the squared circle is very important to you. But we go back to this Holy Grail. Sir, you're drinking out of my cup. You're drinking out of the cup that was put on the map by me after you decided you didn't want to play or eat at this table anymore. So, Grant Miller, the unfiltered Grant Miller. Heavy lies the crown and run overeth the cup. Because I'm not going to eat you alive. I am going to drink you out of existence. Welcome to your last session.
Black Widow, as that clock strikes midnight, as each and every passing minute, every passing hour, every passing day of you beginning to realize that that date is getting closer and closer to where you will meet your fate, to where you will have no choice but to step aside and watch as I'm the one that will go on to SummerBash in order for me to face the Purge for the Pure Rivals Championship at SummerBash. You are beginning to become scared. You are beginning to become shook at that realization because you are scared to go look in the mirror and accept that fate, to accept that timeline, to accept that reality that is going to play out in front of you. I know that scares you. I know that terrifies you. And why wouldn't it? Because you've always been that one that has been the underrated one. You are the one that wants people to cheer for. You are the one that people want to say that it's your time. Well, it will never be your time as long as I am around. Because before I came here to Elite Marks, it might have been your time. It might have been your moment to go grab that spotlight, put it on you, and say that I'm the fucking queen of this place. But now you have been dislodged. You have been dethroned ever since I arrived here. and I have made elite marks my playground. I have made elite marks my kingdom. I have made elite marks my home. And that absolutely eats you up inside. That tears you apart on the inside. Rib by rib, every single body part, and it breaks your heart because you will forever be jealous of me and the success that I have had here in your house, under your rules, under your auspices, and there's nothing that you can do now that will stop me from obtaining the Pure Rivals Championship match at SummerBash and dislodge every single rule that you put in place, and for me to make brand new ones that you and everyone in Elite will have to play by when myself and the regulators come to town. So you best go and get to grips with this reality, this truth that is being told to you right here and right now. But there is an asterisk on my record, and that is you, Vane. You were my second match here in Elite. You and I couldn't get a definitive winner, and that downright angers me. So I am out here to tell you I want another crack at you. But this time, there is going to be a winner. This time, it will not be you. This time, Vane, with all the credit, all the belief that you have put in me, I'm going to use it to bring you down much lower than Grant Miller is going to at SummerBash, when he decimates, desolates, and destroys you and makes you the scared little puppy dog that you are by trying to be big, bold, and brave and boisterous, overstepping up to a wolf. And as far as you go, Purge, you better be ready. Shine that belt up, son, because when it's me and you at SummerBash, your Pure Rivals title will come to me, will come to the regulators, and there's nothing that you can do that will stop me. There is nothing that you can put in front of me of a bigger obstacle than I've already overcame to this very moment. So get ready for your fall. Get ready for your grand finale, Purge. Because when I see you, that belt is going to be mine. And Grant Miller, I have yet to hear your answer to my offer. And you are beginning to piss me off. Make your choice. Tell the world. So that there's no more mind games. Because this, for you, is beginning to look like an unfiltered fucking disaster. Oh wait, I forgot. Because you are the animal that will soon be slayed.
want to decide whether or not you're going to buy toilet paper or aftershave because your face is like a butt.
Oh my God. You don't know how to trash talk, do you?
I do know how to trash talk.
Let me give you some trash talk, okay? Your mama's like a vacuum cleaner. She sucks, she blows, and gets laid in a closet. Now you go.
You should take a bath in the toilet. I just want you to take a bath.
Elite marks Nemesis. Johnny Canada is on the road to SummerBash promo division. And this week, I face Marcus Wolfe. Marcus, you're fairly new here, so let me tell you a little bit about myself. I am the heart and soul of this promo division. You are not going to find somebody who comes out here and busts their ass week after week after week more than I do. Now, I saw your little match against Gambit. It was a good little promo, but there's definitely ways that you can improve your promo game. You see, Marcus, as the saying goes, who's afraid of the big bad wolf? Well, I can tell you for one thing, Johnny Canada isn't afraid of you. That's for damn sure. You see, Marcus, what I see when I look at you is someone who's unproven. You haven't done a damn thing here in Elite Marks yet. And if you want to get noticed here, then facing me is one of the ways to start that. Marcus, your road is just starting, whereas Johnny Canada's road is going straight to the top, and that's not gonna change anytime soon. I have a big match coming up with Skade Thorgard at SummerBash, but right now, Marcus, you're in my way. So this is no disrespect to you, Marcus. Don't take this personally, but I'm gonna destroy you. I'm here to make sure that everybody realizes just how serious I am about this SummerBash match. And Marcus, you just happen to be the person that's in my way tonight. I hope you have a great rest of your night, and I will see you in the middle of the ring.
There he is, Johnny fucking Canada, the elite shockwave champion, the man who has so much creativity, I want to do promos, but I don't know what my name could be. I really don't know. I'm Jonny, yeah, but I get it. I come from Canada. I call myself Jonny Canada. If I would be so much creative than you, my name wouldn't be Marcus the Psycho Wolfe. It would be Marcus Germany. And speaking from Germany, I have a very good friend that you know very well. And you know what? Every time he faced you, he whooped your ass. He hates this. He hates Canada more than everyone else. Yet, you know who I'm speaking about? Of course, I'm speaking of the German bastard himself, the Purge. He gave you a promise. This promise said you will never be successful in promo wrestling business. You know what? I keep his promise. Because I will not let you this match win. When I first saw you, I know you look very familiar to one person I saw. Wait. The ugly fat pro gamer of South Park. Boy, I hope they paid you to draw you. And Shockwave champion means that you are the champion of predictions, right? Well, I have two predictions for you. Prediction number 1. You will say, "You are not a psycho. You don't know what a psycho is. Blah, blah, blah." Bravo, Mr. Canada. Bravo. You know what? You know why you don't see my really psycho side yet? Because I have control over it. But every time anyone provokes me, it will be more and more less. And when it's gone, you will run and hide. Prediction number 2. Mr. Jonny Canada, you will go down, bitch!